Organized sports have been the backbone of primary and college athletics. They have always been criticized for single out the gifted athletes and leave the other 90% of the students minor supporting roles or worse. Cosom Safety Play Hockey has changed that, possibly forever. This is a new sport in a very real sense, yet there's something in it for literally everyone, boys and girls of all ages, even those with serious physical handicaps. Cosom Hockey satisfies the true athlete's need for blazing action. But if he isn't careful, a player who could not make the varsity team might play rings around him. Even timid, non-competitive youngsters are drawn into the contest, possibly for the first time in their lives. Call it by its official name, Safety Play Hockey, or any of its nicknames, Cosom, Cosmo, or simply indoor or street hockey, the way it's played and where it's played are limited only by the imagination of the players. Take this group of fourth graders. No one knows whether this park department football team will become a hockey team or not. No one really cares, because at this point, running and hand and eye coordination are all that really count.
Okay, we're going to play by some pretty simple rules.
The rules are simple, and except for common sense guards against roughing, the emphasis here will be on exercise and fun. The more stringent rules of championship play will be waived.
Remember, stay out of the goalie box.
But there's a more formal side to Cosom Hockey. In fact, it's the hottest thing to hit sports since they invented the ball. Whatever your interests, league play, intramural, or physical education at the local school, Safety Play Hockey is worth more than just a casual glance. So let's take a look at a typical team, the area they play in, and the rules by which league hockey is usually organized. Safety Play or Cosom Hockey team is composed of 6 men. The goalkeeper's job is to defend his team's goal. He may be removed from his goal box and used as a player, but he may not cross the center line into offensive or enemy territory. To keep a puck from entering his goal, he may use his stick, his hands, or any part of his body, but he may not throw the puck to clear it from his goal box area. The center has full run of the playing area and may move from offensive to defensive territory at will. Since he is the only player permitted to cross the center line without fouling, his stick is striped for rapid identification by officials. The 2 forwards remain in offensive territory at all times, never returning to their own goal side of the center line. It's the forward's job to press the attack along with the center. These 3 represent the assault squad and help their teams win by scoring points. The guards, like the goalkeeper, may move from their own goal to the center line, but may not cross into enemy territory. As their name implies, the guards help protect their own team's goal in conjunction with the center. They help their teams win by preventing goals from being scored. The center line is the mid-court line of the floor. All play begins from the center circle after goals or fouls. The goal box is a restraining line 4 by 8 feet around the net. This is for the protection of the goalie. The net itself is 2 by 6 feet and placed inside the goal box. Rules for Cosom Hockey are quickly learned. Emphasis is on skill. Body contact must be avoided. Therefore, the prime rule is this: play the puck, not opponents. In line with this, let's illustrate the roughing fouls. The following will draw 2 minutes in the penalty box: blocking with the body or body checking, pushing, hacking or striking with the stick, tripping or any other action in the opinion of the referee to be dangerous, entering the goal box with any part of the body or with any equipment. Misconduct fouls also draw 2 minutes in the penalty box. These include deliberately stopping play by holding more than 3 seconds, stepping on or lying on the puck, too many players on the floor. Running fouls do not require penalty box time. They are, however, charged against the player. A player with a combination of 5 fouls must leave the game. But rules and regulations have just one purpose: to make the game of safety play hockey safe, fun, and exciting. And nowhere does the excitement run higher than in the International Floor Hockey Championships at Battle Creek, Michigan. Tom Harder of Battle Creek was largely responsible for seeing indoor hockey as a potentially explosive force in American athletics.
We first developed the hockey game primarily for recreation purposes and primarily for boys, dealing with boys 8 through 12, who we actually didn't feel were capable of playing basketball or played very well. This developed over a 2 or 3 year period where we had 40 or 50 teams. And of course, my daughter here, Gail, was an elementary student at that time, and she kept the pressure on me. She wanted me to have girls' competition also. So we started that, and this has grown tremendously. Personally, I've never seen a game that is so emotional from the standpoint of the fans. It's unbelievable. Have you ever seen the reaction that you get from the fans in any other sport?
The puck goes so fast, and the action all over the floor is so fast, and people are getting taken up with the action of the puck. And so if they're cheering for a particular team, they let out all the emotion. And I know the parents enjoy it. They do get wrapped up in it like that.
Tom's daughter, Gail, sees Cosom hockey as a real breakthrough for girls. She looks forward to the game becoming available for high school and college-age students.
To do something like this?
No, I really don't. Like you say, there's not very much for boys to do, and there's even less for girls, so this is really something they can get into and do well.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you there. The girls being connected with education, the girls are sort of left out of everything. They can't do many sports. I think this is the one activity that is best suited for the
Lou Guerra, who's been a coach in the program for a number
Almost
of years.
every coach is a pioneer. Lou Guerra coaches a championship team from Battle Creek. He feels safety play hockey is a game unto itself, not to be confused or necessarily related to ice hockey.
Lou, you started with the program. Of course, it's in the 11th year here in Battle Creek. I know when we first started, there really wasn't any coaching techniques. It's a scrambling-type game, and I certainly have to give you credit in developing the coaching techniques that we have. How did you come about in developing these techniques? I know you were a high school coach. Is it
Well, I think
related to
I
other
called a
sports?
little bit on my own past from various other sports, particularly basketball, surprisingly. And I kind of play the type of basketball where you use the puck as a ball and hit it at the goal and try to get the rebound. I know the Canadian teams play a more ice hockey style.
Our northern neighbors feel hockey is hockey, on ice or on a floor. The Canadian coach placed his emphasis on ice hockey technique just before the championship game began.
When they play that centerman back in front of the net, that leaves our centerman wide open with a lot of range to bring her in and drive her. And if you can't get those wrist shots up, hack it. But get it up and get it hard. You know, you almost blew that when you had them 4-1.
People who have discovered safety play hockey, a new world of athletic participation lies ahead through high school and possibly on to college. But it takes more than the enthusiasm of youngsters. It takes the concerned interest of adults. It takes careful ground rules to ensure this new sport will continue to offer the chance to play to youngsters who might never have experienced the thrills of athletic participation. It takes concerned people just like you. Almost any organization that gathers youngsters for almost any reason is a potential team sponsor. And a group of such teams can form a league. But the point is, for thousands and thousands of active young people, safety play hockey offers the first chance to leave the stands, a chance to play, not just cheer. For a little money and very very little time, we can stop growing generations of watchers and help create active young doers. Win or lose, they have learned through aggressive competition, everyone wins.